And we're back. I apologize, friends. Stream crashed. What's that about? Give me one moment while I change the thumbnail. And we'll give everyone a chance to come back. Hopefully you'll come back. If not, it's just going to be you and me and the dog hanging out. Mama One says we're back. See? Yes, Mama One's back. Thank you, Mama One and Papa One, for returning to our stream. Where we free roam with Bruce at 2%. Miko says, welcome back, folks. And Serena says, hi, Antonio, we are back. Papa One says, why does the algorithm hate us so much? I could give you a clue, Papa One. What is the sum of 22 plus 25? Callum says, hey, sorry I'm late. Callum, me boy, I'm glad you're here. Serena's here. And Mama says, hey, Callum. Peter Walsdorf says, happy Sunday, everyone. Greetings, Peter. Thanks for being here. The stream crashed, but we're back now. And Bruce is doing tutorials. This is a tutorial, so we can actually learn how to fight. Pop One says, Callum, hope you're doing well, son. Callum says, hey, Mama One, Pop One, Serena, and Miko. And Peter says, hey, Mama One. Serena says, hi, Peter. Miko says, hey, Callum and Peter. Callum says, I was meant to be here for the Saturday stream, but I was out till 2 a.m. drinking. Very well done, Peter. Pop One says, Pop One is laughing. And Callum says, all good here, Pop One. Had a great night out last night. How was your weekend? So yeah, this is where we learned that flippy dippy move that is very wrestlery, where if somebody charges you, you press X. There, he kind of did it, and you'll jump over him and flip around and kick him in the back. There's also a sweep kick that we accidentally did, but I like it. It looks really cool, but I have no idea how we did it. But I'm learning. We are learning. What's that about? Okay. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Happy Sunday. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you coming back. Come on back. Serena says, I can't wait till I finish Mafia 3. That game I like. The game gets tricky. Yeah, I hate those tricky games. I don't hate them. I love them. And we got a 16. We got a little bit of XP. But it's mostly just practice to get better at fighting. Just in the game. I'm not going to fight in real life, though I will protect you. Pop One says, hopefully you met a nice lady, Callum. Maybe some eye candy. And Callum says, that's good, Papa One. I hope you enjoyed yourself as much as I did. Serena says, I got a scare in the water. There was an alligator where I was hiding, LOL. And Peter says, my girlfriend is at a wedding today. I hope she doesn't get ideas, Peter. They usually do when they go to a wedding. Because girls are competitive. I'm just telling you now, Peter. Callum says, I met a few, Papa One. I also ran into an old one from a year ago who cheated on her boyfriend for me. P.S. I was unaware she had a boyfriend. Well, I'm glad you were the cheater instead of the cheatee. Even though it's a little bit, it's not the most honorable thing you can do, my friend. But, you know, all is fair in love and war. Don't they say that? Mama says, Serena, the Gators in Mafia 3 just blindside me. I always get caught off guard. Peter says, I was not invited, but maybe next time. And Serena says, LOL, Mama One. I got scared. I didn't know there were alligators in the water. Oh, I've got a story to tell you. It's crazy and weird and a little bit scary about AI. An AI story. So you probably don't know it if you don't have a YouTube channel, but Google will, or rather, an AI will suggest channel comment answers to you. Okay. And the scary thing is they're very personal. It will go through all of your comments that you've responded to and craft a comment that sounds like something you would say. Okay. So I got a comment today on, the Jamie horse duplication video. Someone said, it's like, this still works. Love your videos. Thanks. And so, the AI comment suggestion was, thanks for watching, friend, with an exclamation point. So scary. We're going to try it again with Bodicea. So how does the algorithm know that I call everyone friend? How does it know that I call that about Bodicea? It read all my comments. It looked at all my video titles. It probably analyzed all the narrative. And it crafted a really good comment and gave me a great idea for a video. What's that about? It's so scary. And that's just AI for a random YouTuber. Just imagine what it's doing in the medical field and, in law, in politics. I read they're using AI to analyze sales data, because it can just do it, at the speed of light. And here you go, Papa One. We're figuring out how the cannon works. It's a 60 mil. I know you like to know things like that. And Mom One says, Super Antonio now has an AI stalker. Well, yeah, we are absolutely going to make a Jamie duplication with a liver chestnut Hungarian half-bred. I want to do it before I transfer the files over to the PS5. Just in case we can't get it. But I think we'll, it's like... I think we'll get the footage off the PS4. Because and this is what I like, Pop One, you can strafe before the thing reloads, and it's reloading automatically, and that way, you can just like damage their armor a little more. That's what I was talking about last night. What was I going to say? Yeah, we'll do it on the PS4 first, so I have the files in reserve, and then we'll try it again on the PS5. Callum says, of course, Papa One. Papa One says, as long as you make it out of the window before the boyfriend finds you, Callum. Callum says, at least you hopefully had a good day to yourself anyway, Peter. And Miko says, well, Callum, that's a case of how you get them is also how you lose them. Yeah, Callum, I'd like to point that out. If she cheats with you, she will cheat on you. Just think about that. It is a lifelong truth. Just remember that. And Peter says, just had a great day, Callum. And Papa One says, I wish my truck could do this. Well, Papa One, perhaps your next one will. I wish it could too, because the Batmobile is a lot of fun. It is, I have to admit, it's like, and it is fun learning how to actually, use it in combat instead of just driving around, smashing into everything, jumping out and punching bad guys. See, and then we get a targeted missile barrage. That's fun too. Pop One says, now I want to make my truck like the Batmobile. And it's kind of like the Tumbler Batmobile. Christopher Nolan's Batmobile, which I thought was a great upgrade from the sleek comic book looking version, from Tim Burton onwards. Miko says, time to mod the truck, Papa One. You know, I saw a Cybertruck that was wrapped in a matte black finish. And that kind of looks like the Batmobile. And it is bulletproof. Papa One says, agreed, Miko. And all those Wayne icons, those are all challenges we can do. Just, those are tutorials basically that we can do to improve our skills before we move on. You gain XP. This is my new strategy to get good at this game before we continue with story mode, because story mode just kicked my behind. Papa One says, we'll put a roll cage in my truck. That way, if Super Antonio drives it, he will be safe. Yeah, but we're in the country. There's less to hit. So to unlock this challenge, we have to drift continuously for 3 seconds. So Bruce is basically just looking for a place to drift. But this one's super hard because I couldn't figure it out. You go into pursuit mode and then you have to take down these vehicles. But anytime, it's like if you're chasing someone and you try to fire the cannon at him, the Batmobile stops. I mean, it's like you can't drive and shoot at the same time, so I'm not exactly sure how we're supposed to do this, but we tried. We'll figure it out. Got my green tea tonight. Ate a little too much at lunch. So it's good to have green tea just to settle the stomach, help with digestion. See, cars can target us while they're driving, but we can't target them. And they won't stand still. We have to chase, and I'm not exactly sure how we're supposed to do this. See, we slow down. And we can't really fire. Let's see. Callum is back, and Callum says, or Papa One says, Callum, are the country area of Ireland or more city areas? I couldn't answer that, but I will tell you, Papa One, the Irish countryside, from what I've seen, is beautiful. Same with the English countryside. And Serena says, I'm looking forward to the new Mafia game coming out this year. I think it's called Old Country, and I still can't wait for GTA 6. There's an Iron Man game coming for PS5, Serena. Do you like Iron Man? That might be fun. Because the Batman stream is relatively successful. It's more successful than Last of Us. What's that about? It gets more likes. So if you like Batman, if the channel likes Batman, they'll love Iron Man. Mom One says the Old Country comes out soon. Serena, I cannot wait. Callum says, I live in Fermanagh, Papa One. It's the middle, basically, of Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland, but it's more a part of Northern Ireland. And Serena says, I know Mama won. I'm excited. I can't wait. Calum says, there's a good amount of cities, though, but a lot of the countryside and some small villages, too. Serena says, I'm not sure, Antonio. I'd have to look at the Iron Man game. Yeah, it's not out yet, and they haven't even released any trailers or anything. Papa wants says, is it more of a rural area, Callum? Can you hunt still in Ireland? And I assume Ireland has strict gun laws. And Callum says, I'm pretty sure you can hunt, Papa 1, but I'm not too sure. Let's do another tutorial. Now, we've done this one before. So they'll let you redo it, but you don't get any points. You can just do it for practice. I mean XP points. And we use XP points to upgrade armor and for skills, for skill upgrades. See that sideways evasion thing that we can do? I really like that. We can just pop out of the way. Callum says, Ireland is strict with guns. Even the police carry them, but in Northern Ireland, they carry guns. But if you have a gun license, you can have one, but you wouldn't be allowed to carry it around. Serena says, still finishing Red Dead 2. Probably my 15th time or more, LOL. Finishing Mafia 3. Probably play Uncharted Lost Legacy next. I think, Serena, you should play Tomb Raider next. The Tomb Raider PS5. Why? Because I want to see what the game plays like, and then I could watch you play it, and then maybe we'll play it on our channel. Serena says, so many games to play now. I gave my PS5. I can replay games that I have on my PS4 on my PS5. No, so many games now to play now that I have my new PS5. And Papa One says, wow, I could not live without my daily carry, LOL. You have told me your daily carry, Papa One, but what is it again? It's not a Colt 1911. Which is one of my favorite hand shooty bangs, just because of the history. Serena says, no, I've seen the Tomb Raider, was scared because the animals are big. It scares me. Yeah, but it's Lara Croft. It's a girl. You should play girl games. You should, for diversity and representation. Well, no, I just want to see, you know, it's like, I mean, I'm doing the whole Riddler challenge so we can unlock Catwoman as a playable character. So we can make Catwoman videos. Calum says, the Protestant and Catholic conflict definitely plays a big part in the shooty bang laws, as it would be a real-life version of the Purge. You know, we're basically living in the Purge right now. In America, Callum. Super annoying. And look, we can jump up to the helicopter. We can't do anything. Can't like... But I thought that was kind of cool that we can do that. And see, Bruce can fly a little bit, slightly better now. Serena says, I like the Tomb Raider I played. I was still... There were big animals in there. It was a good game. Yeah, play that one again, but play it on your PS5 because it'll look prettier. I'm so happy you guys came back. I'm sorry the stream crashed. I apologize. It might be the 47th time the stream crashed. Uh, tomorrow night shall have a Memorial Day stream. Hope you guys show up for it. We will be doing a discussion of Band of Brothers. Colt Python 4-inch barrel 357 Magnum. Cool, Pop One. That's like Rick's, except he didn't have a 4-inch barrel. He had a longer barrel, as I recall. Papa One. But I assumed that was his service revolver. Serena says, Uncharted Lost Legacy, you play as a girl. Okay, good. I look forward to seeing that then, Serena. Calum says, I should be here tomorrow. Yeah, at the same time. It'll be fun. We'll just kind of talk about Band of Brothers. I'm not really reading these character bios. I'm not really caring. But we've got no upgrade points. See, like combat, gadgets, gadget skills, the bat suit, Batmobile weapons, armor for the Batmobile. See, look at all these things we can learn. I believe that Flippy X thing was an upgrade that we got that I don't remember. So yeah. We can't do it now, but we will be able to do it in subsequent playthroughs. Papa One says, Rick had the standard 6-inch nickel-plated, while mine is blued. And Serena says, Antonio, have you seen my recent videos yet? I hope you liked them. I did. And Serena says, and everyone, I hope you like my uploads. Serena says, awesome stream. As always, Calum says, I will check them out, Serena. And Serena says, I'm loving your Last of Us videos, Antonio. I'm glad, Serena. I'm glad you're watching them. I think you would enjoy that game. The game, even though it's scary and violent, reminds me of Life is Strange. It's a lot like Life is Strange, except there's zombies. And I love Max just as much as Ellie. And Mama One, you really should think about playing Life is Strange. If they've got it on I think you play on Xbox. You would love it. It's a detective game. It's about a teen girl tracking down a serial killer. You would love it, Mom One. Serena says, I love watching you play, but I'd be scared to play. Mama One says, we will definitely be watching Serena. And Serena says, thank you, Mama One and Papa One. And we shouldn't have let that guy take us down. I apologize. See, Callum, Bruce is doing some wrestling moves for you. See what I mean by he's like really, I would assume that he would do more MMA stuff. But he's very flamboyant and superhero-ish. And I assume he gets enhanced skills from his bat suit. That's how he's able to move so fast. Calum says, talking about Life is Strange, I'd love to see you play the Telltale TWID games. TWID. Oh, the Walking Dead games? And then this Batarang, you can like Batarang these guys to stun them and pull them towards you. And that's kind of cool. And you get extra points for that. I don't know about those games, Callum. Callum says, Bruce is just toying around with these guys. He's farming them for XP. You get a tiny amount of XP, but it all adds up. Papa One, you're right. I think he just likes throwing his cape around so it hits everyone in the face constantly. There's no telling how heavy that cape is. Yeah, it's like you flick the cape at their eyes and it stuns them, and then you strike. It's like circle strike, circle square. And really, if you just stand in one place, you'll find bad guys that want to fight you, and it's very helpful. Mama One says, love the Telltale games, Calum. A must-play Super Antonio. Great story. Interesting. There are 4 games in this series. I think we have to chase down that guy because he has information on the Riddler. Come here. Pow. Calum says, agreed, Mama One. I thoroughly enjoyed playing them. And this is where I got the idea that we could do the Riddler side quest. And then I did a little research, and I figured out that the Riddler has kidnapped Catwoman, and we can rescue Catwoman, and I believe she becomes a playable character, and then we can... So that's what we're going to do. That's the new strategy now. Serena says, what games are you talking about, Mama One? And Calum says, big take, but the New Frontier became my favorite as I think the attachment to characters really improved in that game with a lot of new faces in the game. And Papa One says, the Telltale Walking Dead is similar to The Last of Us in my opinion, but set in the comic book world. And Mama One says, the Telltale Walking Dead series, Serena. And Serena says, okay, Mama One, thank you. Mama One says, New Frontier was great, but the first season was a favorite. Bruce keeps like spraying that explosive foam on the ground. That's an accident. I'm trying to use the Batarang. I'm trying to do that move. See, that's a classic, that clothespin he did. That's a classic wrestler move. Calum. Papa One says, Kenny is the best in The Walking Dead, Calum.
I thought Arkham City was fun, but this...
Poor Sadie is tired and she moved to the couch. Eagle says, hi, greetings, Eagle. Playing a little Batman. Batman Arkham Knight. My parents are dead. Serena says, hi, Eagle. See, we go into detective mode and it will show you suspects, Mama One. And basically that's just guys we can go beat up. Let's punch some bad guys. And Mama One says, hey, Eagle. And Miko says, hey, Eagle. And Bruce and Calum says, Bruce folded that guy. Yes, he did. It was a classic clothesline wrestler move.
You qualified for comp. How much you getting?
And Papa One says, amen, Calum. I don't know why anyone would choose Jane.
Make me perfect.
And Eagle says, hi, guys.
It's gonna take a real...
Okay, let's get in a little fight. Sneaking up on us. Papa One says, Super Antonio, if you like Joel, you'll love Lee and Kenny. Okay, I'll take a look. Calum says, I did all the endings for season 2. You were able to cancel both Jane and Kenny, Papa One, but I regretted it. And Serena says, Eagle, I've been watching your videos and gave you a like. There, I'm doing the flippy thing. See? I really like that move, but it's so unrealistic. Well, it's a superhero move. See, like that elbow strike? That's just... And that's about all I have for you, friends. I really appreciate you being here. And I apologize once again for the stream crashing. Like and subscribe. We shall return tomorrow evening with the Band of Brothers Memorial Day stream. Shout out to the mods, Serena and Papa One and Mama One and Miko Herptile. Thank you, friends. Appreciate you being here. I guess I'll leave the stream going for a little bit if you guys want to talk amongst yourselves. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow night. See you soon, friends.
Simulation activated. Simulation complete. Simulation activated.
Your mother won't recognize you when I'm done.
This'll be easy, Bat. I'll kill you, Bat.
You're gonna die here. This'll be easy, Batman. This'll be easy.
1. Destroy targets to charge up weapon energy and activate missile barrage. Missile barrage level 1 ready. Diagnostic stage complete. Stage 2. Charge the missile barrage to level 2 to destroy up to 4 targets at once. Missile barrage level 2 ready. Diagnostic stage complete. Stage 3. Taking damage depletes weapon energy. Charge up missile barrage to level 2 and destroy 4 active targets to complete diagnostic test.